Are you dreaming of owning a home, but you just don't know where or how to start the process? You feel like you don't have a high enough credit score, make enough money, or have enough money saved? Our next guest is a real estate broker and is known as the home buying coach. She is your advocate to help educate and guide you through the home buying process so you can stop renting, purchase your own home, and start building wealth for you and your family. Let's welcome the home buying coach, Tamara Celeste.
Thank you so much, Christina.
Oh, so great to have you here.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Now, you are amazing. You
you.
are a lawyer, you are an author, you are a real estate agent, and you have just added a new title to your repertoire, the home buying coach.
I have.
Tell us about that.
Well, it actually happened by accident. Someone pegged that for me. So I get a lot of calls, and I get calls from people all over the country. And they're always asking for advice. They're working with an agent or working with a lender, and they're like, well, what should I do? I'm not quite sure. So I offer advice. I'm always open, always. So it's whether you're my client or not, I want to help. So I give them advice, I coach them along in the process, and they can take that knowledge and that information to help them along. So it kind of just happened.
It's amazing. And you wrote a book about this.
I did.
Buy Homes, Not Shoes. I love that title.
Or other stuff.
Okay, or
Buy
other
homes,
stuff.
not shoes, or other stuff. Yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, one of the things I notice with women is, and just people in general, but mainly women because it's geared toward women, is that we spend money on things like shoes and bags and
I hug my shoes.
I know. And clothes and just all these things. And when I talk, especially my younger clients, and they're like, oh, I want to buy a home, but I really don't have enough money saved. I'm like, let's look in your closet, right? Let's look in there and see.
Don't come to my
what
house.
what you've been purchasing over the past year or two, and what can you cut back on?
Right.
Because you have the money. You just have to reallocate it to buying a home and saving, as opposed to going out and buying a new pair of shoes or having retail therapy when you and your boyfriend get upset. So that happens to us a lot. So I just wanted to put something out there because it's a little bit about me and my backstory with my grandmother, who was a shopaholic.
Yeah.
And I learned that from her, so I had to rein that in. But I just wanted to share my story and help others through the process, telling them that they can do it. It's just little tweaks and spending and mindset that they can be homeowners.
And it's so important because owning a home is much more important than owning a nice pair of shoes.
Absolutely.
Now, when you started, you were really geared towards women.
I was.
And then you found, hey, wait a minute, the men are having the same problem as women.
Absolutely.
So now let's say I've got man or woman. I've got a real estate agent, maybe I've got a mortgage broker, but why do I need the home buying coach?
Well, again, like I mentioned, I had a call recently, literally like a week ago, a woman not in my market. She called me and she said, oh, well, my realtor is not helping me and my lender is not helping me, and I'm there to support a team. And I said, well, listen, and once I dug a little deeper, I found out that it wasn't her realtor, it wasn't her mortgage lender. She just had unrealistic expectations in this market. It's a seller's market.
Right.
So I scrolled down and was like, listen, and I had to get real with her. I was like, listen, if you want a home now, you can't go buy a 5-bedroom home with a 5-car garage. That is not your price point. You need to get into something, build that equity, and then buy your dream home in 3 to 5 years. So she went back to her realtor, and now she has more realistic expectations, and I think she went under contract. So again, it's not about me. I just want to help people. It's not about me selling you a home, because again, she wasn't even in my market. Her sister referred her to me and was like, can you have a talk with her and bring her down to reality?
Right.
And that's what I do. So for men and women, because it isn't just women. You know, 50% of my clients are men. And I work with both couples, men, women, so I wanted to expand that reach.
And it's really important, and you're an amazing advocate for them, because you're right, especially as a first-time home buyer, you just don't always
Unrealistic
know
expectations, yes.
Now, if you could give us one tip to dispel a myth in the home buying process, what would that be?
I think people still think you need a lot of money. You need 20% down,
right.
And you don't. You don't. There's so many programs. FHA is 3.5% down. There's money out there. There's state programs, county programs, city programs to help you with down payment and closing costs. You can get a gift from a family member to help with closing costs. So there's a lot of ways to get the money, and you don't need 20% down.
Oh my gosh, you were so amazing. Thank you for sharing all of this with us.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
You're excited and ready to start your home ownership journey, please visit tamaraceleste.com.